Everyone. Today, we're diving into the amazing spinal cord. Think of it as your body's superhighway, connecting your brain to the rest of you. It runs from the base of your skull at the C1 vertebra all the way down to around your lower back, ending at the L1, L2 vertebrae. It's not just a single cable, but a complex structure that allows you to move, feel sensations, and even react instantly to danger. Here's a diagram showing the spinal cord running through the vertebrae. And this side view shows the vertebral regions, cervical in brown, thoracic in blue, lumbar in yellow, and so on. For example, when you touch something hot, the spinal cord processes the signal and triggers a quick reflex before your brain even fully registers it. Here are the key takeaways from this introduction. The spinal cord is incredibly important for our body's communication, so nature gives it multiple layers of protection. The outer fortress is the vertebral column, your spine, made up of individual vertebrae stacked like building blocks. Inside this bony fortress, the spinal cord is wrapped in three protective meninges. The dura mater is the tough outer layer, like a sturdy backpack. The arachnoid mater is a delicate web-like middle layer. And the pia mater is a thin inner layer that clings closely to the cord itself. Together, these layers cushion and protect the delicate spinal cord from everyday bumps and potential injuries. Without this protection, our bodies would be extremely vulnerable to damage. The spinal cord doesn't extend the full length of your spine. It actually tapers off around the first or second lumbar vertebra level, known as L1, L2 in adults. This tapering end of the spinal cord is called the conus medullaris, where the cord gradually narrows. Below the conus medullaris, a bundle of nerve roots continues downward, resembling a horse's tail. This collection is called the cauda equina. These nerve roots in the cauda equina are responsible for sending signals to your legs and feet, ensuring sensation and movement in your lower body. Think of it like a main highway that splits into smaller roads to reach different towns. The spinal cord is the highway, and the nerve roots are the smaller roads branching out. Here are the key takeaways. The spinal cord ends at the L1, L2 level with the conus medullaris, followed by the cauda equina nerve roots that innervate the lower body. The spinal cord gives rise to 31 pairs of spinal nerves, each serving a specific region of your body. These nerves are like two-way highways, carrying sensory information from your body to your brain and motor commands from your brain back to your body. Each spinal nerve contains both sensory and motor fibers. Sensory nerves bring information about touch, pain, and temperature from your skin and muscles to the brain. Motor nerves carry instructions from the brain to make your muscles contract. Instead of traveling directly to their targets, these spinal nerves organize into networks called plexuses. There are 5 major plexuses, each serving different regions of the body. The cervical plexus handles your neck and shoulders, the brachial plexus serves your arms, the lumbar plexus covers your legs and abdomen, the sacral plexus controls your pelvis and legs, and the coccygeal plexus innervates the perineum. This diagram shows how the spinal nerves form these plexuses. Notice how the cervical nerves, C1, C4, come together to form the cervical plexus, while C5, T1 form the brachial plexus. Similarly, the lumbar and sacral nerves create their own networks. Here's a closer look at the cervical and brachial plexuses in the upper body. The cervical plexus provides sensation to your neck and shoulder areas, while the brachial plexus branches out to control all the movements and sensations in your arms and hands. The lumbar and sacral plexuses work together to control your lower body. The lumbar plexus handles your hips and front of your legs, while the sacral plexus manages your buttocks, back of your legs, and feet. Together, they ensure you can walk, run, and maintain balance. This detailed view shows how the sacral plexus branches out into important nerves like the sciatic nerve, which is actually the largest nerve in your body and controls most of your leg movements. To recap, your spinal cord produces 31 pairs of spinal nerves that are truly two-way streets for communication. These nerves form organized networks called plexuses that efficiently distribute signals to specific parts of your body, much like how electrical wiring is organized into circuits for different rooms in a house. Each spinal nerve is responsible for a specific area of skin, called a dermatome, and a specific group of muscles, called a myotome. Think of them as detailed maps of your body that help doctors diagnose nerve problems. Dermatomes are the skin areas supplied by each spinal nerve. If you feel numbness or tingling in a particular spot, doctors can use dermatome maps to identify which nerve might be affected. Myotomes are the muscle groups controlled by each spinal nerve. Weakness or paralysis in specific muscles can point to which nerve is involved in the problem. For example, the C5 spinal nerve covers the lateral arm as its dermatome and controls muscles like your bicep and deltoid as its myotome. If you had numbness on the outside of your arm or weakness in those muscles, it might indicate a C5 nerve issue. Key takeaways. Dermatomes and myotomes are essential diagnostic tools. They help pinpoint exactly which spinal nerve is affected by mapping skin sensations and muscle functions across your body. The spinal cord handles two main types of signals: sensory and motor. Sensory information like touch, temperature, and pain travels from your body up to your brain through ascending pathways in the white matter. For example, when you touch something hot, sensory receptors in your skin send signals through spinal nerves to the spinal cord, then up to the brain where you feel the pain and react. On the other hand, motor signals carry commands from your brain down to your muscles, allowing movement. These travel through descending pathways in the spinal cord. Like when you decide to walk, your brain sends motor commands through the spinal cord to the muscles in your legs, coordinating the movement. Key takeaways. Damage to these pathways can lead to loss of sensation or paralysis, or both, depending on which tracts are affected. The central nervous system, including the spinal cord, has limited capacity for repair after injury. Unlike other tissues, repair is hindered by scar tissue formation called gliosis, which creates barriers to regeneration. However, the spinal cord exhibits neuroplasticity, the ability to reorganize and form new connections after injury. This means the brain and spinal cord can adapt by creating alternative pathways. Think of it like rerouting traffic after a road is blocked. When the main path is damaged, alternative routes can help maintain flow and function. This rerouting shows the sprouting mechanism of neuroplasticity, where neurons form new connections to bypass damaged areas. This allows for some recovery of function, especially with rehabilitation. Unaffected pathways can compensate for damaged ones, helping patients regain abilities. Key takeaways. CNS repair is limited by scar tissue formation, but neuroplasticity enables reorganization of neural connections, and rehabilitation can enhance recovery through new pathways. As we grow older, our spinal cord undergoes natural changes that can affect how our body functions. Let's break this down step by step, like a friendly teacher explaining the key points. First, as we age, the spinal cord experiences changes like decreased neuronal mass and slower signal transmission. This means fewer nerve cells and signals traveling more slowly through the cord. These changes can lead to noticeable effects on our body, such as slower reflexes, reduced sensation, and balance problems. For example, it might take longer to react to a sudden movement, or you might feel less sensation in your hands or feet. However, staying active and engaging in exercises that challenge balance and coordination can help maintain spinal cord health and function. Activities like standing on one leg or using a balance board can strengthen the connections in your spinal cord. Regular exercise is especially important to mitigate sarcopenia, which is the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength. By staying active, you can help preserve your muscle mass and keep your body moving effectively. The spinal cord plays a crucial role in allowing us to move. Here are the key takeaways. Age brings spinal cord changes, but staying active helps maintain function. Exercise combats slower reflexes and balance issues. Regular movement prevents sarcopenia. And remember, spinal cord health enables better mobility for life.